Do I know you? You know Gilan?
No, sorry.
No? Oh, I used to order hella pizza off of her.
Oh, really?
She always delivered, yeah.
Oh, sounds
So yeah, I know that's not her, because whatever she got found guilty, but she did look right at him. I mean, it kind of reminds me of this scene in this movie.
Right there! Got him! Got him!
So this creepy photo looks like it should be AI, but apparently it was one of the files released in the e-files yesterday.
Yo, why is Hillary Clinton out here looking like Tyrion Bannister's godmother?
Now, of course, before I get into this is just a weird horror video at 3 a.m. that has nothing to do with real life. So anyway, this is of course You Know Who, starts with an H, that is adorning this weird cult-like outfit. And of course, people have been telling us for years that these people aren't in some kind of weird religious cult, but it's never been clear that this woman is part of an illumination, if you get my drift. I'm fairly sure that is George Washington in the background on some kind of statue. Of course, that is one of the biggest free people that build things in all of our history. And this is possibly the Silent Hill at one of the free people that build things meetings. But the files actually go even deeper, with Bill, of course, being their fall guy, with many people of, the people that would be at the island. You also have pictures of Bill, Michael, a woman I don't know, and another victim. But the most disturbing picture is, in my opinion, the picture of a very real uniform. And it is a very real uniform. And so of course you have to ask, in what way was this guy an asset of that place? And might this be why all of our politicians are so captured by that place? But then you go even further and think about how one man wanted to end the Chia, but the Chia was formed, and then the next year the very real country was created. So you have to question, was the Chia formed by the very real place, or was the very real place formed by the Chia? Or are they just the same thing? Well, you can see that I ain't gonna tell you. Anyway, the comments are freer than I am, so go ahead and tell people what you can understand from that.
Well, at least we figured out why you're still single. You're using way too much lip gloss before you go to bed. In fact, the wrong lip gloss altogether. Where you got that from? Transylvania? Send it back.
Oh! Nico! Three, two, one, ready. Oh. Okay.
Oh, God, why is he talking like he's being pranked by nature? Okay. Stop avalanching now, okay. I'll get the funny, okay.
The godfather of black media, or is he an elite Liberian billionaire?
This lady looked like a lion and a skinwalker at the same time. I can't do the Dr. Evil eyebrows. You got the McDonald's arch hairline and the Nike check eyebrows. We gotta do one or the other. It can't be all of those at the same time, Shaquisha. We're not gonna... Okay. I swear to God, man. What is happening?
So I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, but it's going to happen fairly soon. And what we're going to witness is one of the world's greatest psyops. Preparation for this has been in the works for a long time now, but we're now getting very close to the end game. This is why you've been seeing such a crazy amount of news and headlines involving alien disclosure. This is why you saw Obama doing an interview recently talking about the existence of aliens. This is why you're seeing people like Congressman Tim Burchett talk about alien bases that are in the ocean. Remember, this has nothing to do with disclosure for the public. This has nothing to do with keeping us well informed. We're only given information and technology when it can be useful. We're only made aware of information that they want us to be aware of. And there's reasons behind why you're seeing thousands of bots in the comments talking about aliens, saying things similar to this. How do I know that these are bot comments? Well, I kind of just do. And the fact that I've seen this exact comment word for word about 600 times just this week. They want as many people as possible right now to believe in the existence of aliens. They're also attempting to get as many people as possible to believe in Jesus and God. Christians and people that believe in the Bible are a big part of what's about to happen. And they're going to, I'll say allegedly, attempt to deceive everyone. Now, it's going to be something similar to Project BB, but it's not going to happen exactly like the way that was described. Can't say too much on this account because I'm on very thin ice right now. We're going to trick the masses into believing and following a non-human entity. I'm gonna make another video saying exactly what I believe is going to happen, and I'm gonna post that on my backup page, so don't forget to follow that. That's in my bio.
Race and gender absolutely determine the direction that cosmic horror takes, and the universe looks different depending on which subgenre we're in. White cosmic, specifically male-centered ones, is all about the fear of feeling insignificant, feeling powerless in the presence of something so beyond comprehension that it shatters the mind, making it impossible to distinguish what's real anymore. The universe says you're nothing to me, while in feminist cosmic it says your body is terrifyingly significant to me, because it needs your body to reproduce and it's not going to stop until it gets what it wants. But it's still making you feel as if you don't matter, because all you are to it is a stepping stone. It only wants you so it can replace you for something it believes to be more marketable. All you are is a product, nothing more. Black cosmic, on the other hand, says forget the universe. I was already born into a system that by design makes me feel insignificant. And that's why the scariest scenes in Lovecraft Country is not from other worlds, but from the monsters that's already here.
Now let me go another way that's actually the same way. I think Adam was the first black man, and black people get it so hard because the devil is reminded of Adam every time he sees your black skin. What do that have to do with anything? Well, think about it. Why are y'all getting so uncomfortable when I'm saying black? Like, we don't get uncomfortable when people say Chinese or any kind of Asian. Shout out to my Asian peoples. That's the real horror. In this satanic world we live in, the supreme satanic being is inferior to, well, he's more powerful because he was made out of pure energy, a smokeless fire, if you will. And man was made out of dust, the first man. But that's way too deep. Scary how deep it is. And that's the creepy part.
And this is something you'll notice in a lot of older white-coated sci-fi media, is they like to envision that aliens are a futuristic evolved version of themselves. Think about it, a technologically obsessed race where they all look the same. Pale white skin and giant brains and scrawny bodies because they finally solved the workaround in avoiding manual labor, which is something they've been trying to figure out to do for quite some time. That's why they love the theory of it being them from the future so much. Where Chris Nolan is saying cope, Jordan Peele is saying nope. Because the idea that there's no one inside piloting that ship and the ship is the monster itself perfectly captures cosmic horror. And it's a twist that only the black lens would have thought of. Because when you've been dehumanized and treated like an alien your entire historical experience, you don't instinctively imagine the cosmos in your image. Instead, you imagine something that never included you to begin with. That's why privileged rich white guys didn't like that movie, because they couldn't see themselves in it. It made them feel like an alien. Ironic. That's why cosmic horror is so scary to them, because it's them discovering they're not the lead character of the universe like they thought. Genre becomes far more interesting the more you can pivot away from the white-centered male lens. That's why I saw the TV Glow is such a great example of this, because it takes the concept even further and says reality itself is the real monster. Because you're living inside of a narrative that keeps insisting this is what you're supposed to be. Oh, you know inside that isn't true. And the cosmic fear is, what if I never escape this script? What if I'm forever stuck in a world that never recognizes who I am? The concept elevates the cosmic genre because it's saying the void isn't outer space, it's a life unlived. And this is why diversity in film matters, because when you switch perspectives, the universe stops looking like something that cannot be understood and instead starts looking like a mirror.
This is the war flag. This is the peace flag. This is also a corporation flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America Corporation and to the republic for which it stands. Once again, war flag, peace flag, and for extremely complicated reasons I can't explain right now, law, land, air, water. This is the sea jurisdiction flag. This is the sovereign land jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's cool and everything, but my question is, do I gotta go to work on Monday? That's what everybody wants to know. Work or revolt? What we doing?
So we just had an effigy of Baal burned down like last week, and now all of a sudden they're burning down an effigy of a satanic Labubu in a ritual of purification, they say, and victory over dark forces. I think it's funny they use a Labubu because obviously those things are satanic. I mean, obviously we've gone over this. Labubu, Pazuzu, here's the Simpsons with Pazuzu. It's crazy that kids actually collect these.
Actually, it's not that crazy, because how else is the Antichrist, Muslims call him the Dajjal, going to lure people into worshiping him? Because he's going to come here, first he's going to say, I'm the son of God. Then he's going to switch up and say, I'm God, worship me. How is he going to get people to do that? So it's not really that crazy. Our generation wouldn't, but your children's grandkids will. They'll believe it.
And this happens right before Maslenitz. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's a Slavic celebration. It's a pagan celebration, basically, where they burn at the effigy of their choice, which I find humorous because for years now, Putin has been going against America, specifically for like 4 or 5 years, about their satanic that are running the entire world. You know, these are directed and aimed directly at children. You get it? Seems like they're saying something without having to say it. Last week Baal, now Labubu. What's next? And by the way, I didn't post it, but this whole video, you know, claiming she was still here in this, ended up being a deepfake using CGI to change the face of someone that was already there. But that doesn't mean she still was at that court. There's plenty of real stuff going on. People need to stop making fake stuff. You're hurting our credibility.
So one thing I didn't realize, talking a lot about airships, is how they got rid of blimps as well. Showing here just the amount of civilian blimps in Goodyear they have. Now we're down to just 25 blimps. Though for a set amount of money, you can rent a Goodyear as an Airbnb. That's kind of swanky. People often get airships and blimps confused though. While blimps are basically just big balloons with little cabins on them, airships are a giant metal frame with many balloons filled in there. And you can see the massive size of them compared to the US Capitol. So a lot of people, when I discuss airships, think they're just blimps, but really they are completely different crafts in all respects. With such a large frame, much versatility came along with it. From the large crew complements, the cargo capacities, the speed, the ability to dock pretty much anywhere, and their durability. They could take quite a beating and still keep pushing. Even when they were brought down, they didn't just blow up, as people would think with the false flag of the Hindenburg. They could take hits to several parts of the structure, lose several of those bladders inside that frame, and still get down to the ground safely. And even when they did go down, the crew would mostly be able to escape. Magnificent and versatile craft from a different age of man. Check out this week's YouTube video where I talk more about them and the connection with Nikola Tesla. It should be out in a few days. I'll let you know when it drops.
Dang, AI got me not even knowing if these are real, and I was alive to even know about the oral history of these airships that we was calling blimps. Like the Hindenburg, I believe either my great-grandfather or my grandfather told my mom about these things. Yeah, they used to talk about them in school in social studies class. Do they have social studies class anymore? They probably don't.
The coming housing collapse in 180 seconds. Let's go back to Bill Clinton. Clinton was a real estate swindler and a drug kingpin governor.
Allegedly.
Running cocaine and crack through Arkansas via Barry Seal.
Allegedly, we don't know that.
This movie whitewashed the true government involvement.
I mean, have you seen the movie? Because, well, I saw the movie. It's actually really great. But, well, just keep going. Remember, YouTube, all of this is alleged. We don't know these things for facts. So what Wikipedia said that is true. We don't know that.
And L.D. Brown said he facilitated human trafficking for Clinton. Clinton was the perfect puppet to throw up after Bush. He gave us the crime bill, which expanded legal human trafficking and wiped out drug dealing competition. His crime syndicate offed at least 50 people, even Vince Foster, a childhood friend. Clinton effectively got rid of Glass-Steagall, which contributed to the 2008 collapse, causing vertical integration and the consolidation of banks. This forced bailouts to be a part of the system. The Telecommunications Act accelerated propaganda, which slowed the public's responses to banking crises. And the Telecoms Act gave us the dot-com bubble. The CFMA contributed to the derivatives crisis that we're currently in. Look, see? Which brought us things like the Enron scandal. 9/11 swept investigations like that under the rug. Look. He also brought us the WTO, which brought us the China files on top of the NAFTA destruction of the economy. Obviously, Clinton was controlled by the tiny hats via the Lewinsky debacle, among others. Then we get another fake election to swap puppets to keep up the fake left-right paradigm. Bear Stearns was the first domino in the 2008 collapse. They worked with Epstein to hide toxic assets to inflate their value. Look, see? Yup, all banks were doing this. One big family. This is the collapse in a nutshell. Guys like Roman Abramovich and Epstein initiated the 2008 collapse. See? Collapses allow these institutions to buy up the monopoly board and raise your rent and mortgages. Then we have financial fascism with BlackRock stepping in. These are the biggest landlords on earth, buying up everything and making everyone renters. They're all one company basically, and Citadel controls a large sum of the trading. Look, see? And I have to mention the drug trading. Every wave of drugs, heroin, cocaine, crack, the opioid epidemic, they create the real estate market. Then we get another fake election for the left-right paradigm illusion, which is why Obama continued the bailouts. Then we get another fake Clinton election to get Trump in. They stole the primary from Bernie Sanders and let her destroy the evidence. Come on. They own all the horses in the race and they use the momentum of the public against itself. Then Trump massively expands the money supply as well as Biden, which created the high interest rates. We're way worse off than 2008. Just look at the repo market. Unsustainable. Completely over-leveraged. The derivative domino is coming. It's coming. This is how the financial reset will go. Bailouts and bail-ins are coming. Better be ready to take care of the old folks. There will be no Social Security in the near future. You will have a social credit score, UBI, and a 50-year mortgage. They won't do it all at once, and they won't strip you of everything. Giving you a little bit gives them control. The first few years of the transition won't even be that bad to rope people in.
Uh-oh. Like a normal one? Uh-oh. Are we gonna be okay? Uh-oh.
Okay, no girls from the Swiss Alps. Okay. Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding, but seriously, join. Thank you